am Amanda Hawley, and I pastor the New Life SDA Church in Gaithersburg, Maryland. So I was working on a master's in clinical psychology. That's when I really started seeking the Lord more intentionally than I ever had. I really just began to fall in love with God, and I started doing more things at my home church, Ephesus in Columbus, Ohio. And one evening I was having a conversation with my mom, and I told him, I just want to do something that puts my gifts and talents together, something that enables me to have a passion to help people, something that enables me to be creative, and something that also helps me or enables me to use my strength as an administrator. And very casually, I was like, if I was a pastor, I could do all of those things. And as soon as the sentence came out of my mouth, conviction set in. Just like that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, God wants me to be a pastor. My mom is laughing and I'm like laughing, and we're just like, this is it. And so that really was, that was the call, God telling me, I want you to make me your life's work. The most rewarding part for me is when I get to connect with younger girls. That actually has been the most rewarding. Just realizing how much women in ministry are still trailblazing. Another thing I didn't fully understand when I got into this, when I get to see younger girls who now are like, I can be a pastor, whether they want to be one or not, and to know that it's because they see me every single week, preaching. They see me doing what they've seen men do, their entire lives. That's just meaningful to me. The first person I want to thank is my dad. My dad, like I said, he's an ordained minister in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, but he worked as a corrections chaplain for 30 years. And he really taught me the importance of loving everybody. I'm thankful to the first senior pastor that I worked with, Pastor Easton Marco. He really taught me just how to love your church and how to connect with them. So him, my auntie, the great Dr. Hyveth Williams. I learned so much from her. She taught me in spoken and in unspoken ways to not be afraid or ashamed of my femininity. That to be a woman in ministry does not mean that you need to tone down your beauty in your class. Pastor Freddie Russell, he helped me at a very critical and painful part in my ministry experience. And he just was there, like a true mentor, just a spiritual man of God. He prayed with me, just helped me so much, full of wisdom. I gotta add in one more, Puck Fordham. As of late, I have called him. He answers my phone calls. He helps me talk things through. These 5 individuals have always been a source of encouragement. They have always held me accountable. They've had the tough conversations with me, did not baby me at all. Again, I believe that this is important and it matters because I know that I'm still trailblazing, and I know that there are women coming behind me. There are young girls that are watching, and I want the next generation to be like, man, because of Pastor Hawley, I can get a little bit further. I can push a little bit more. So them being able to see and wanting, the conference to know, and cause I didn't have to go through the, camp meeting and this and that. They could have just changed my credentials and, we had a prayer at church, but I'm like, no, I'm doing this as a way of bringing awareness of there are still challenges and things that we need to work out in our own church. But in the midst of that, I'm grateful for how God has led me. I'm grateful for how God has sustained me. I'm grateful for growth because, man, how I started this thing almost 10 years ago. I started in 2016, where I was in 2016 and where I am today. A lot of growth. And I give God glory and honor for that. I'm excited for what the future holds. I am excited when I look at this new group. Oh, I feel old. This new group of young ministers, that are coming in, and with their energy, with their excitement, pushing the envelope. Like, yes, like, I'm rooting for you. I am cheering for you. Yeah, I'm excited to see what God does.